I'll give you a live look right now. This is Carolina Beach. What a beautiful beach day it is right now. The blue skies, the blue water, and you can't see the wind. That's the only thing we're missing out there. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now. And really, that's the only drawback to today is that wind.
Exactly. We're going to see winds gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour this afternoon. Here's what's happening. We have a low pressure system to our north rotating around. It's rotated a little bit of cloud cover into the area, but generally we're going to see lovely weather. It's going to feel comfortable in terms of temperatures for the next several days. But then as we get into the weekend, Sunday and Monday in particular, there'll be a stalled front sitting across North Carolina. Different waves are going to ride along that front, and we'll start to have the chance for some rain Sunday afternoon and evening. It's likely to be fairly late, probably around dinner time or at least late in the afternoon. And then the wettest day is likely to be Monday, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be a washout. This is a look at what we're expecting right now. Definitely most of the rain Sunday night. And then Monday during the day, it's a 60% chance. So right now it looks like probably some scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms, but we're still waiting to get the high resolution models in, and we'll see those on Saturday for Monday. Those come in about 48 hours out. It definitely looks nice temperature wise. Nothing hot out there tomorrow and Saturday, looking absolutely gorgeous. And really most of the day Sunday does too. We'll see increasing clouds, 75 degrees, but it'll be closer to sunset before we see a whole lot of rain. And then Monday, a better chance for afternoon and evening thunderstorms. So we'll take a closer look too at what happens after that as that front lingers. We'll talk more about the wind for today, and NOAA has put out its hurricane forecast for the season. I'll take a look at that too coming up.
Yeah, and you know, June 1st marks the start of hurricane season, and earlier this week, the WRAL meteorologist team set out their hurricane forecast, and now we have NOAA's tropical forecast for what we could see this summer.
And it looks like NOAA is on the same page that we are, and probably most scientists, because the two things that we're looking at is the fact that we're going to see warmer than normal sea surface temperatures and then weak winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. We saw that last year, and of course we had an above normal season. NOAA is forecasting about 60% chance of an above normal season, so of course that's a decent chance. Let's talk numbers. The average number of tropical storms in a season is 14, and their forecast is 13 to 19, 6 to 10 hurricanes, and the average is 7. 3 major hurricanes is average, and they're forecasting 3 to 5. It's something that we'll be watching very closely. Of course, those warm ocean temperatures give a lot of fuel for those storms to develop, and then if the winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere are weak, there's nothing to help tear that storm apart, and it has the potential to grow stronger. There's no tropical development right now. The National Hurricane Center started the tropical outlooks on the 15th of May. They do that about 2 weeks before the actual season starts, but there's been nothing developing. It's interesting that we often see something developing in May. Hopefully we won't. Things are looking nice and quiet in the tropics right now. As Jeff said, it is breezy out there. Take a look at the whirligigs in Wilson. They are spinning around. It's beautiful with lots of sunshine, 75 degrees, and the dew point of weight on at 49. So it feels really nice out there right now, except for the wind. We're seeing winds gusting in the triangle to 24 miles per hour. The gusts are in the white box on the right, and the steady winds are on the left. These winds are coming out of the west-northwest. 23 in Goldsboro is the gusting to 26 in Fayetteville. We may see some stronger gusts as we get through the afternoon. Could be gusting maybe 28 to 30 miles per hour, but it does taper off pretty quickly. Once we hit sunset, those winds will die down really fast. Taking a look at temperatures right now, it's a wide range. 70 in Roxborough, 81 in Fayetteville, and 80 degrees in Clinton. Around the triangle, temperatures are mostly in the mid-70s. It's 75 in Holly Springs, 73 in Cary, 73 in Garner, and 74 up in Wake Forest. If you're heading out and about this afternoon, it's going to be warm. Temperatures in the low 80s in the triangle, 86 in Fayetteville. But with really low humidity, it's still going to be comfortable to be outside. I know a lot of folks, lucky folks who have tickets to the Canes game tonight, it'll be perfect for tailgating. If you're heading out right after work at 6 o'clock, 78 degrees, and then in the 70s for much of the remainder of the evening. We have a low to our north that is funneling in cooler, drier air. But what will happen next is we'll see a front down south start to lift northward and stall. And then along that front, as we get into Sunday and Monday, we're going to see more moisture starting to push in. The green shaded area, it's going to bump up the humidity and give us enough moisture to have some showers and thunderstorms. But look at this. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all very comfortable in terms of the dew point, the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. And temperatures look great too. 78 Saturday, 75 Sunday. Then Sunday night and Monday, we'll have a better chance for scattered thunderstorms. We talked about that at the beginning of the newscast, but we'll take another look and talk about how much rain we could see, and then, of course, how long it lasts into next week.
just looking at some of the live cameras and the trees and flags just whipping about.
They are looking at gusts this afternoon, 25 to 30 miles per hour out of the northwest. So it's a nice cool breeze. It's dry air that's moving into our area. We take a look at Fayetteville. The cameras moving around here. You can see all the trees blowing around on Fayetteville Street. Chapel Hill, there's courtesy of Top of the Hill Restaurant. And of course, here's a look at Apex, and it looks breezy there as well. So wind will be our biggest issue for the rest of the afternoon. We do have a little bit of cloud cover that's swinging through. So it may be feeling mostly cloudy for you from the triangle area northward. We have a low pressure system north of us rotating counterclockwise, and that's just pushing in a little bit of moisture today. Not enough to cause any precipitation, but just a few clouds. We look ahead to the holiday weekend, and the biggest feature will be a stalled front. It's going to sit right over North Carolina. We'll see different systems riding along that front. And right now, it looks like the wettest day would be Monday. But let's go through time. This is Friday at 8 p.m., and you can see it's nice and dry. Our flow coming just out of the west-northwest, keeping things feeling great. Temperature will feel wonderful. Humidity stays low. A real treat for almost the end of May. This is Saturday at 5 o'clock. Same story. Nothing showing up here. But then as we get into Sunday, by 5 o'clock, you can see a little bit of scattered rain moving into the area. So it will start gradual and then continue overnight. And then the big question will be, what is the timing going to be like for Monday? Some of the models are showing it a little bit earlier on Monday, but of course, if we end up with some afternoon heating, it may continue into the afternoon. So after that, here's Monday, 8 p.m. More of those waves roll in for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So it looks like we'll have Friday, Saturday, and pretty much all of Sunday dry, but Sunday night looks wet, and then Monday at least on and off. We get our high resolution models, which really help us to time out these storms more accurately. Coming in Saturday morning, they go out 48 hours. So by Saturday morning, we'll know a whole lot more about what that timeline looks like for Monday. Checking our forecast rainfall for the next 5 days, likely to be something around 1/4 inch. That's going to be an average. We'll have some places where storms develop, where some of that rain will be heavier, or that storms may miss, that it's lighter. We've had a good bit of rain lately, and so we're in good shape now. This is exactly where we want to be heading into the summer when it gets hotter and drier. We still have a pocket of abnormally dry conditions to our west, and then off to the south and east, abnormally dry, and along the coast, some moderate drought in a few places, but looking much, much better than it did several weeks ago. Look at these temperatures. I mean, this is a pretty big treat for us for the next several days. 76 tomorrow, 78 Saturday, 75 Sunday. It's cooler Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday also, mainly because of that potential for rain. Looking at just 71 on Tuesday and back to 75 on Wednesday. So again, some fairly unusual weather for the holiday weekend. Our normal high this time of year is around 80 degrees like we'll see today. At least we will have some dry time to enjoy.